嗨，大家好呀，欢迎回来。我们这一周又开始新的中文课了。So this week we are going to learn the first week of the new unit. So for term 4, we are learning the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, 三国演义. That's a very famous Chinese book, and I'll talk about that later on. So this is a student workbook, and if you go down, have a look at the overview. During this lesson, you will learn some facts about the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Resources, you will have the audio recording from your teacher, which is this one. You will need to use some colored pencils. Now let's go down to the key vocabulary. Alright, so this one we have together 10 of them, and there are a few of them quite long, but it's okay, we'll talk about them in details. So the first one is the name of the book in Chinese, 三国演义, the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. You can tell the first one is 3. 三国 is kingdoms or countries. 演义, that's the romance, or 演 means drama. 义 is loyalty. So many chapters of the book is actually about loyalty and friendship or respects and wars. So it's actually about wars between 3 countries. That is so famous. We have so many movies, games, songs, and stories based on them. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to teach this unit, and let's have a look what it is about. So 三国演义, that's one of the 4 famous classical works, so classics in China. So the 四大名著, 四 is 4, 大 is big, famous, 名 is again famous, so it's 4 of the big famous artwork, 名著. Then we have 中国, so that's one of the 4 famous book in 中国, China. We learned about this again last term. And the name of the author is called 罗贯中. 罗贯中. So 罗 is his last name, 贯中 is his first name. So 罗贯中, that's his full name. The 3 kingdoms are 蜀国, the Shu kingdom, 魏国, the Wei kingdom, 吴国, the Wu kingdom. And they have one leader for each of the country. For 蜀国, that's 刘备. Liu is last name, Bei is first name, 刘备. The 魏国 is 曹操. So Liu Bei is a very kind guy, a very gentle person. He's always kind to his followers and his friends. Liu Bei is for 蜀国. Shu is also Sichuan, so 蜀国 is near that area. Cao Cao, that's the leader for 魏国later on. So it was not Cao Cao at the beginning. So Cao Cao actually got his own way to take over 蜀国. Then he became the leader. He is so cool. He even gets his own songs and a lot of artwork about him. I'll talk about the songs later on. Now, for 吴国, that's 孙权. So different from Cao Cao, he is loyal. He's from the loyal family that rules the area 吴国. 孙权, that's the leader for 吴国. Now we go down. Activity 1. So activity 1 is, first you can start with the video. That's a video about all China's dynasties explained in 7 minutes. So I had a look at the video. It's actually cool too. So if you go open it up. Does it open? Oh, there you go. Okay, I'll stop there. I'll leave it to you to explore. Now, so let's go down. So the first one, the video is a general history about all the dynasties. But what we need to focus on is the Sanguo Kingdom period. So the Three Kingdom period, sorry. The Romance of the Three Kingdoms, 三国演义, is one of the 4 famous classical works in China. So the 三国演义 is a story, is a novel, but it's based on the real history. So many of the characters in the book are real. And the author is Luo Guanzhong, a famous novelist in the late Yuan dynasty. So if you had the look of the video before already, you would know that Yuan is a lot later than the Three Kingdom dynasty, also the Three Kingdom period. And so he is around the late Yuan dynasty and the early Ming dynasty. That's a lot later. It is set in the turbulent years towards the end of the Han dynasty, Han Chao, and the Three Kingdoms, Sanguo period. In Chinese history, starting in 189 AD and ending with the reunification of the land in 280 by Western Jin, Xi Jin. So that's a dynasty after Sanguo period. And I wonder which one of the Three Kingdoms actually took over all the other lands and became the final winner of the war. So Xi Jing, that's a dynasty afterwards. And while the novel literally follows hundreds of characters, the focus mainly is on the Three Kingdoms. The Liu family in the Shu Kingdom, led by Liu Bei. The Cao family in the Wei Kingdom, led by Cao Cao, and the Sun family in the Wu Kingdom, led by Sun Quan. So Wu Guo is one that has a big family. Liu Bei actually doesn't have that much members in his family at the beginning. Same as Cao Cao. Cao Cao has more family members later on. So the Sun family is actually the biggest family at the beginning of the story. Now we go down. So after the reading, you will need to finish the following comprehensive questions based on the reading and the video. So there are these questions. The first one, what are the names of the Three Kingdoms? So write them down in Chinese or in Pinyin. If you use English, it's also okay too. Who are the rulers or leaders of each of these Three Kingdoms? So you need to tell us who is the leader or family that ruled Shu Guo, Wu Guo, and Wei Guo. Then from the video instruction, how long did the Three Kingdom period last for? How long? Then this one needs a little bit calculation. So if you go back to the video, you see skip. Wait, that's Jing. Okay, so Eastern Han, that's very close. Three Kingdom is afterwards. So let's skip just a little bit. We don't need that much. Okay, so Three Kingdom period from this to that. But how long is it? Do your math and tell us in question C. How many years? Then question D. What is the name of the dynasty before the Three Kingdom period? So that's from the video and I just showed you. So be a little bit more detailed and tell us, is that Western or Eastern? So at a particular time before that. Then same as that, what is the name of dynasty after the Three Kingdom period? It's in the reading and also in your video too. So what's the name of the dynasty after? That's question E. Then question F, that's a research question. What are the names of the four Chinese classics works? Classical works. So what are the names of them? Now we know one of them is called the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, but what are the other three? One of the other three, we have already learned about it before. but there are two other ones that we probably not have heard that much. So let's find out what they are and tell us with your answer here. Activity 2. Again, we start with a video. So that's the history of the three kingdoms. So this one is more detailed. Before we only had a few seconds of each dynasty, but this one is more detailed. Have a look. Like here. So the video starts with this map. So that's the map of China at that time. You can see there are so many countries and kingdoms at the beginning, and they all had wars and fights and battles, or there are different situations that they start joining into one. And if you fast forward it, you will see the map started to change. You can see more kingdoms. But how do they end up with 3 kingdoms at the later on? So you can see it's already getting 3 major ones. So at this stage you can already tell it's pretty much just 3 countries left, and at that time you have only 3. And you can see the ruler of the dynasty is already changed. Sun Quan is still there, but Liu Bei is not. Same as Cao Cao, that's not there anymore. So you can see they start to pass on to their families. Now have a look later on. Okay, so the second one is read a map of the 3 kingdoms. So that's the real historical map. And then you cut and paste the following names to the corresponding kingdom. So Sun Quan, that's a ruler for what country? Liu Bei, that's the ruler for which one? And Cao Cao ruled what country? So put them down there. So I'll put them down. So if you think Sun Quan goes there, put it there. If you Sun Quan is here, put it here. So move around. For digital copies, if you use paper one, you can just cut them out and paste the words on the map. And after that, recreate. Imagine that you are going to create 3 kingdoms of your own for a future movie. Wow! Design a map with 3 kingdoms. Think of a name for each kingdom. Wow, so cool. Write the names on the map in Chinese or English. So there are so many movies and stories that has the similar setting. They have like 3 major kingdoms and they have fights between each other and until they unite into one. So yeah, so now this time you're going to design your own map of the 3 kingdoms and name them. You can even design a symbol for them, flags, symbols, or the writing. Yeah, so you can go further in details, like one is very cold, one is very hot, one is by the sea. That would be so cool. Okay, now activity 3, that's the one we need to use color pencil. So use different color pencils, trace the romance of the 3 kingdoms in Chinese. So that's here. So 4 words: 三国演义. 三国, 3 kingdoms. You will see these characters so many times in the unit. Yan is drama or acting. Yi is loyalty. 三国演义, the romance of the 3 kingdoms. Now, number 4, that's when we talk about the songs. So in Holiday, I've already made the lyrics video of the song 曹操 by Lin Junjie, JJ Lin. If you go to the link, volume. I'll fast forward a little bit. So you can see the English translation on the top, Pinyin in the middle, and Chinese characters at the bottom. So 3 lines, and you can, the same as the last one with the Mid-Autumn Festival, 但愿人长久. This time you can also follow the lyrics and sing along with the song, but different from the last song, this one is about war. So it will have more rock elements in it, and that'll be some of the sentences will be slightly faster, but you can still follow it with the lyrics. So that's the song. The lyrics actually tells you about what kind of person Cao Cao is, and what kind of story 三国 is. So I'll leave it to you to explore it. You can tell us about what you think about the song, or did you sing along with the video. So the last one, we actually have people leave a comment in their work saying they actually did the sing along activity with the 但愿人长久 song. That will be really cool if you can tell us about what you think. Then at the end, the last activity is conclusion. So fill out the form in Chinese form of what we learned in this lesson. So 三国演义, that's the book cover of the story. Title, write it down in Chinese or pinyin. The author, Chinese or pinyin. Historical period start, so we did that in the reading comprehension part. So when did it start and when did it end? So that's the Three Kingdom period. So that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.